There we go. Cool beans. We got that here. Take this. Get this rolling. There we go. Now we moving. Okay, cool. Now we're back like we never left. So, Grand Rising. It's a great day. Monday. The beginning of the week. Market is open. Our mind is open. And before I got into going over like the Manara or trading and so forth, I wanted to talk about just belief. I understand that our beliefs dictate our actions. Matter of fact, I gotta send this website link out. Just thought about it. Almost forgot about the people I was supposed to remember. Boom. Just sending this out. Um, paid members. Okay, go back. All right, cool. So I want to talk about beliefs. Our beliefs dictate our actions. Our actions dictate our results. There's been many times I done said to myself that I believe I'm the most valuable millennial in the world. I believe I'm the top educator in the world. I believe I'm going to change life. I believe I'm going to do this. I'm going to make this amount of money and so forth, right? These are the things that I'm saying that I believe. Now, I want us to look inside of ourselves and ask ourselves, do we believe we should be where we are right now based off of the decisions and the choices we've made up to this point, right? Because at this point of our life, we know that we want better. We know that we deserve better. And we know that we can have whatever it is that we want because we're in control. But our beliefs have to be there. I talk about the word believe all the time. And when I look at the word in the middle of it, it says lie. My dad used to tell me I lie so much I believe myself. And if you've ever been told that, we family. If you've ever been told that, we family, right? I lie so much I believe myself. I believe I should be somewhere in life, but my actions is not in alignment with it. Every action causes a reaction. What is the action that you're taking towards your end goal? I believe I didn't want to work at 9 to 5 again. So I didn't have a plan B. I had a it has to work or it has to work. When you give yourself a plan B, you give yourself different options. And sometimes that different option is the easier option, and we sometimes fall victim of falling to that. We're gonna believe differently today. Because I believe every last one of us on this call, everyone who's gonna watch this replay, life will change if they change. I didn't want to be a public success and a private failure. I didn't want to sit here and say I believe I'm this and then don't take the action toward it to get that. So today we apply the action to our belief. There's somebody on here right now that say I believe I should be making $100,000 a month. I should be making $1,000 a month. I should be making $5,000 a month, 10,000, a million a month. There's somebody on here that has whatever dollar amount on their mind. The action just hasn't been aligned up with the belief. So you haven't been able to get the result. So how do we sit to start getting the action in alignment with belief. It's all about shifting the mindset. You know how sometimes when you meet somebody that's like whoever you're interested in, right? Right? But you're interested in potentially getting into a relationship with that someone. And in the beginning, it's all gravy, right? Y'all talking, getting to know each other and so forth. But guess what happens? You start to believe that you're in a relationship. It's the belief. You act as if. Now let's take that concept and apply it to the chart. If we want to be successful traders, we have to act as if. And then the belief dictate the action. Practicing, coming to classes, testing it out, making sure that you're doing the parts that you need to, so the things that's in alignment with your income can happen. I didn't have success by saying I believe I should be somewhere in life and then doing nothing but sitting on the couch and playing the game. I didn't say I want to give my kids a different life and then did nothing behind it to show the action that's supposed to be in alignment with it. I didn't get married and then just start focusing on myself. We have to open our eyes and open our minds to see the bigger picture. Stop looking at the surface of things. The root of the problem is ourself. The solution to our problem is ourself. So we got to change our beliefs. We don't change our end goal. We just change the way to it. Trading is mentally and visual. Especially with us having AI now, we can really do things that other people can't do. We are now the head and not the tail. When I believed I was going to join this opportunity to educate, I believed it and I acted as if I was already a leader and started taking control, started helping people that I don't even know. That's not even a part of my own team. But why do I do that? Because my belief is up there. That if I take the action of where I believe I should be in life, like Zig Ziglar said it best, if you help people get what they want, then buy the fuck to get what you want. Trading is a skill that nobody can take away from you. I can literally say I don't want to teach anymore and don't have to teach. But this is a passion. This is my belief. I believe I should be doing this. I believe I'm the chosen one. I was chosen in my family to make the difference, to break the generational curse, because they're still in that cycle. And there's some people around you right now that's still connected to you, that still has an attachment to your belief. You can't fully believe because the people around you don't believe the way you believe. That's why environment is so important. You can create the future you want by the decisions and the choices you make. The top 5 people who you hang with, if they're not in alignment with your end goal, remove them and replace them. Nothing against them, but you have to replace. When I wanted to be a better educator, I got around people who are educating, who have the same belief. I didn't get around the people that said, oh, educate for what? Would you want to be a school teacher? Oh, no. We're on 2 different frequencies if we're having that type of conversation. So when it comes to trading, when it comes to using AI, it's mindset. It's the visual. It's all you. And then we also have the power of influence. This is how powerful influence is. If I was to say right now, yo, I'm taking a buy on GA, that would be somebody right then and there, literally, getting ready to plug into the trade. Somebody will be ready to plug into the trade because I have influence. But it's not just me. We all on here have influence. There's some people on here that's recruiting for the opportunity. Some people on here say they don't like recruiting, but don't realize that we recruit every single day. It's just you haven't understood how to recruit in a way that makes sense to you so you can make the dollars. Think about it. If people are recruiting people to this software or to the company, that means you can do it too. If you can hit, if I can hit buy, I can hit sell, you can do it too. If I can take time out of my day to look at a chart, you can do it too. If I say I'm gonna get up 5 minutes earlier just so I can have 5 minutes on a chart because my day is busy, you can do it too. If I can win 5 trades in a row, you can do it too. If I can trade full time, you can do it too. All it does is show you that what I've done has worked and got me in a position to where I don't have to work for anybody else. I became the boss. I became the influencer. I became the content creator. I became the chosen one that people want to see and help so they can have the result that they've been desiring for all this time. But it's up to you. We can come to these charts every single day. You can see Flip throw a signal in the chat. You can see Jay throw a signal in the chat. You can see any leader throw a signal in the chat. And it's still up to you to plug it in. For example, I'm waiting on GM to go up. Around this area here. Just around this area. But here's my thing. We talked about belief. We talked about influence. We also have to talk about perspective. Because in your journey of trading, you're not just going to be looking at things from your own perspective. Open your mind to other people's perspective. If Flip sees something, if Jay sees something, and then I see something, and we all three see the same thing on that trade, we all going to feel like we all want to take that trade. Because we all have the same perspective. But if I sat here and was like, okay, guys, right here we're on the downtrend. Right here was a place of support. It turned to resistance. With me doing just that right there by itself, everybody only have a different perspective of what I was just saying. Somebody who's never traded knows nothing about what I just said. So now they're potentially getting confused and they're potentially getting irritated. This is why it's mindset. Did we get irritated that we couldn't walk at one point? Did we get irritated that we couldn't talk at one point? We probably did, but did we give up? No, we didn't. That's why we're walking now. That's why we're talking now. There was something in your life that you did not know how to do and you learned it because you believed it first. And then you took the action and got the result. Same thing here with trading. Don't let the market take you out of your blessing. Don't let the market take you out of your spot. Don't let your friends take you out of your spot. Don't let your coworkers take you out of your spot. Don't let your parents, your siblings. Don't let nobody take you away from the things that you want, because at the end of every single day is you. If you don't pay that bill, it's your fault. If you depend on somebody else to pay that bill, it's still your fault. If you depend on somebody to take that trade for you, it's still your fault. Because you made that decision to make that happen. We have to be that strong with self, y'all. When I started to realize who I was, it was because of these charts. I realized how greedy I was. I realized I had anxiety. I realized so much that I've made the mistakes that you guys don't need to make. You don't have to make them. I've made them for you. The other leaders have made them for you. So now we can tell you from our perspective on how you can trade. So now we even got so cold with this trading stuff, we're able to make it that simple. When we look at the chart, we look at candles. I want to see 3 candles in a row of the same color. When I do, I like to mark it as a zone. So now everybody on this call can understand when we see 3 candles in a row, 1, 2, 3, or more, you can mark it as a zone. Now this is the beginning of this downward move. So I'm going to mark the beginning of the downward move. You see here, we got 3 more candles to the downside. Now here, 3 candles to the upside. I'm okay with marking that. Now, we came from here. Y'all know history always repeats itself.
Yes, it does.
Hey, now, come on, somebody. So right here, we got down to the support, right? So your floor is your support. If you're sitting right now, so your feet are on the floor right now. If you look down, it's your floor. If your feet are in the air and they dangling because you're too short, which is cool. If you was to get out the chair, you'd be standing on the floor, right? And if you look up above you, it may be your ceiling. It may be the sun. Whatever you want to look at it as for this to make sense to you. There's no specific way you have to say this because I don't use the technical terminology. If I want to use technical terminology, I call Flip. He'll tell me about a fair value gap and all that other stuff. I get it, but I don't use it. It's just not my language. It lets you know that you don't have to speak the same language. You just need to understand what you need to see and have the proper mindset so the trade can play out the way it needs to, so you can be in position to win. We're not going to win every trade. We can take 10 trades, lose 7, and still be profitable. But we have to be patient like a doctor and diagnose the problem so we can. Our solution is either one or two things: buy or sell. That's it. So we have a 50-50 chance every time that we take a trade. There's things that we can do to raise that accuracy. So since we came from here, came down to here, pulled up like a pamper, right? Pulled right back up to the place we just came from. It's like I was at church. I left church, went home, and realized I left my phone and had to go back. So when I got back to the church, y'all can see this red line right here that's going down like this. That is a 50 moving average. It plays as support resistance. So in this situation, it's like the ceiling, right? It was above us, so we went up to it. This reminded me of when I was driving and it was raining. Me and my son. I was dropping him off so I can go to work. And let's use this red line and this blue line together at this exact point as the windshield. And this is what I love about trading. I can use my real life situation to break this down. So this is the windshield, right? This point. I'm calling it the windshield because I was in my seatbelt. It was raining. My son's in his car seat in the back seat. I'm driving. It's raining. Somebody sideswiped me. Sideswiped me. The car loses control. Starts spinning. Hit a guardrail. Right? If that windshield was not here, I would have broke out to the top. I would have broke out up top, straight out the window. And I know when we take it to church, they say, "But God," right? They say, "But God." He had other plans. He had a windshield right there inside that car for me. So when I hit that windshield, I was still able to hit back. It resisted me from going outside of the car. So the only other place that I could go was back into my seat. Now the back seat where my son was at, he's doing all of this. He's consolidating. His seatbelt pop off. Car seat turns upside down. So I get out the car, go to the back seat, look at him, he's laughing, but his car seat upside down.
Yo, Chose, can you turn the music down a little bit? Somebody said your voice too small.
I thought I was louder than the louder. I forgot the music was even on. Okay, appreciate you. Let me cut it off. Hey, now, but still, I'm gonna grow my voice.
Not all the way off. It was dope. Just
Oh,
down it.
okay. Hey, I'm gonna grow my voice. Hey, Okay, here we go. Let me check the chat too. Okay, cool. Can you turn? Oh yeah, got you. Okay, cool. We back on the same page. So the windshield protected me from going outside of the car. That's the resistance. That was the ceiling, right? Right up here. Once I hit the windshield, boom. Seatbelt protect me. Cool, kept me in the seat. This is the seat. So we're looking for places to where you see right here at first, this was a support, meaning it was the floor. We came back up to it as the ceiling. So what I mean by that is if I'm standing on the floor and I was to go downstairs into the basement and look up, that floor is now my ceiling. So if you look up in your house right now and you have an upstairs, but you can see the room above you, but you can only see the ceiling of it, go upstairs into that room. Now that ceiling is what is now your floor. When you can find those, they call it major key levels. So what I mean by that is here again, 3 in a row, right? To the top. This is our floor. But when we look to the right, we came up to this point and it was our ceiling. Floor, turn to ceiling, drop. We look for these same places. This is the windshield. What was it in your life that happened that you can relate to? Maybe you hit your head on something. Maybe you had a bunk bed, right? And I'm infamous for this. Had the bunk bed, trying to jump on the bunk bed on the bottom bed and hit my head on the top bed. Hold on 1 second. Dog's going hamburger. So some of us probably was on here jumping on the bed and hit the ceiling. Same exact concept, but just use things that you can relate to that makes sense to you and then apply it to the charts. We know that we're on a 5-minute time frame. So every candle represents 5 minutes. You can use this as, oh, well, if I go to the store, it can take me increments of 5 minutes to get there and back. Give yourself time for the trade to play out. So if we're on the hour time frame, every candle represents 1 hour. So it can take hours for the trade to play out. If we're on a 4-hour time frame, it can take increments of 4 hours for the trade to play out. It's 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, and so forth hours that will play, so that way you know that your trade is not going to happen immediately. If you open your mouth and you're on the 1-minute time frame, that is really you just saying, I'm basing my trade off the 1-minute time frame. It can take minutes for the trade to play out. Flip don't touch down here at all. He's up here the 4-hour daily, weekly type stuff. So he knows with the way that he trade, it's going to take days, potentially weeks, for his ultimate trade to play out. Now he may still plug in additional trades in between it, meaning let's just say we at current time, and let's just say he said, oh, okay, I'm looking for this to sell, and he said he was looking for the sell right here. So overall, he say sell, but then if he wants to take a right now trade, he go closer to a right now time frame to see, okay, well, I know it can take a few minutes or some hours for my trade to play out. So maybe on the higher time frame it's saying sell, but on the lower time frame it's saying buy. So now we can catch some moves to the upside, as well as wait for our trade to officially play all the way out for the sale. Now I'm not saying I'm selling this. No, I'm looking for this to go up. I'm actually buying this when it gets above 91.40. I need you to understand you have your own perspective and be open to other people's perspective, because energy don't lie. And what happens is if you start hearing somebody else talk about a trade that you may not see what they see, so you instantly disagree and you get irritated at the fact that somebody may know something that you may not know, then you start attracting that same energy. We got to keep positive energy. We got to stay positive. We can't get mad over things that we can't control. But what we can control is our action. We got to operate different. Now, with not trading view, with trading view, right? I want y'all to see how I'm aligning this up with the Manara, okay? So y'all know that when I'm taking my trades, I'm using the TDI. This TDI indicator is letting me know everywhere that I am inside this move. My resistance, my top piece of bread, my support, my piece of bread, my entry line, the red line, my support resistance, the yellow line. I know I went through that fast, but I want y'all to see just real quick for those who've never been on. Long story short, this blue line is the bottom piece of bread, aka support. This blue line is the top piece of bread, aka resistance. If we're outside the bottom piece of bread and we want to get up to the peanut butter and jelly, what direction do we have to go? Exactly, we got to go up. The market did. The market went up. Outside, across the red line, So we entered right here. The perfect entry for the move. Get what we need and then get up out the market. We don't have to sit in here all day. The Manara already showed me, yo, we looking for this to go up. We in the entry zone right now. I can see that my TDI is right here too. Outside the bottom piece of bread. The red line is at the bottom piece of bread. So once we cross here, I know I'm entering the trade, y'all. We all have access to this tool, Manara. And some of us may not. Some of us may not have even opened this up yet. But just look at how powerful this is. This identified a pattern, the Krabby Patty, right? No SpongeBob. And it's showing us that it's looking for it to go up for a buy. PRZ, I look at this as price zone. So in between this gray area, from the bottom to the top, like Sammy said, can be your entry. Target 1, target 2 is your take profits. Me personally, I only been going to target 1 when I use the take profits. Stop loss, that's down here. Now, a stop loss is going to prevent you from losing. It's like having a safety net over your income. Hey, you know what? I see that this is 39 pips roughly. Let's just call this 39. I think it is. Quick math. I'm saying if I do $1 a pip, I'm saying I'm okay with losing $39 potentially. And if this goes up, I'll be up $39. So it's all about how you view it from your perspective. You can use this to your advantage, or you can watch other people use it to their advantage. You can sit on the sideline, or you can actually just get in the game and play. And play the way you know it's supposed to be played. So I'm going to notifications here real quick, just so this can update, so y'all can see how this work. Hey, now a notification right here. Now, none of these I'm trading, right? So I look for a pair that I would trade. Let's just say like an EG, right? EUR This signal thingy, arrow, lets me know buy out the gate. Crab pattern, the time frame it founded on, entry, target, stop loss, reward, risk, the date it scanned the market, and the time it did it. 13 minutes ago, 5-minute time frame pattern was found on EG. And look, target already smacked. And note what I see here, we got the cross of the TDI. Outside the bottom piece of bread. Now, of course, when I'm looking at this, I see we're in a buy zone already. So the more that I use the TDI, the more I got used to using it, seeing things, and I'm able to be programmed the way I need to be programmed to see what I need to see instantly, so I can just take what I need to take and then get up out the market. So I have a personal assistant scanning the market for me. I'm like, yo, I ain't about to scan them. I ain't about to do no technical analysis. Let Manara do it. Manara ain't gonna talk back. Manara ain't gonna get tired of scanning it. It's gonna keep doing it all day. It's gonna give me. It's gonna say, "Hey, yo, I got some trades for you to take." Rather than having to do all that myself, why not allow a system that is designed to do that for you, and then team up with it? There's no need to compete. We collab. So we collab with a system that will make trading easier for us. And when we see what we need to see, okay, EG, we come here to EG on TradingView and look at the same thing. Now remember, that's a 5-minute trade. That's not the overall move. So yep, it's definitely been going up. We got that 3 candles in a row right here, so we can mark it as a zone. But I'm gonna go to the daily time frame just to look at the overall move on it. Now I know I'm on a daily, and we see that the red line right here on the support, aka the resistance. So if this break above to the top side, I'm like, yo, once it crossed based off the daily time frame, I'm entering a trade. This is the right, the 50 moving average. This is like the 50 area. So I'm gonna grab my rectangle. I see how this is already playing out with the play out. Bam, mark the zone right next to it. We got 3 or more candles in a row. So from here, I'm already looking, oh man, this is beautiful. Hold on now, come on somebody. It might be a little baggery. So now I just mark my zone. I mark the next to last daily candle. So I'm on a daily time frame. So I mark the top and bottom of this daily candle. Now the reason behind it is this can be my resistance, this can be my support. I know that if this candle break above here, I'm going in sync. Buy, buy, buy. I'm going up. But it's going to take time for this to cross there. This is a daily time frame. So in order for me to see a right now trade, yes, I got my zone marked. I'm looking for it to buy from this area. So let me go inside of this last candle to see if I see a place where I can enter the trade for a buy. So I can drop down to the 4-hour. Now what do I see here? Top piece of bread resistance. Notice how this plays as a top piece of bread like the resistance, and it bounced off. Heading toward the downside, it looks like, and it's about to cross the red line for entry. So again, higher time frame is saying, yo, we could be potentially going down. I do see we're below the 50 moving average right here, so we could be in sell territory. Cool, perfect. But in order for me to see a trade right now, I have to go inside of this 4-hour candle to look at a more closer to right now time. So I'm gonna go to the hour. And notice, Manara don't do none of this. Manara just instantly does it for us. So we don't have to no more. But you see, I have to take this time to look at this and do all this extra stuff. Up, we're at a support. So I can take this off. I'm like, okay, well, I see a support where we, you know what I'm saying, do all this extra stuff so I can still see where I am inside the move. And it just takes extra work. Nothing wrong with it, because you also want to do your own analysis. You don't just want to go to Manara and just plug it in instantly. Make sure you see what you need to see first before you just plug in. Even if you get a signal, even if you get a trade from somebody else in the chat, make sure you see what you need to see. So right here, I see that we hit a support. This is a support. So maybe on this 15-minute time frame, this green line is going to be like outside the bottom piece of bread potentially, crossing the red line for entry to the upside. Outside the bottom piece of bread. Right here, ready for the red line, which is entry line. We came to the support. This blue line is a support off the hour time frame. We respected it, and now we see what's happening. Absolutely. So now it's my chance to give myself a rule. What is my rule going to be? Well, if we break above this 50 moving average, I'll enter the trade. Hey, if we cross the red line for entry, I'll go ahead and enter the trade. Oh, wait, you know what? What I'll do is I'll go to the 5-minute time frame. I'll look for a closer to right now entry. Oh, so I see on this 5-minute time frame, we're not ready as of yet. So let me just jump down to the 1-minute time frame, because now I get the closer to right now. So when I'm looking here, I see this. Oh, this is clean as day. Pull up like a pamper, the pullback. If on this 1-minute time frame, this crosses the red line at this resistance / support, that's entry to buy. And where will I buy it to? I can buy it right up top. Here's a zone where we got 3 or more candles to the downside. So I can potentially just get a quick scalp in and take the trade to the zone. But in order for me to do it, I need everything that I need to see happen first. Because the good thing is I'm in control when I hit buy or sell. I know that I want this to cross here to the upside. So if it crosses it to the upside, I'm like, hey, that's entry. And look, we got GA. We were just talking about this going up. Let me check the chat. Let me check the chat. I appreciate you, family. Hey, now. So let's look at U30 real quick. Oh, wait. Let me flip mode.
Nasty Nas.
Hey, so you all right? Look, I was reading your energy, bro. I knew what time it was. That's why I said flip mode. Christy. Oh snap! I'm sorry. It was a student that happened to call that same name. I ain't even paying no attention. I just see her pop. I said, "Oh, it's Christy." That's what's up. So, Nasty Nas 100. Listen. Anytime I come in, man, listen. 8:30. Here we go, right here. Go 5-minute time frame on Nasty Nas every day. Listen to me and look for this pattern. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm leaving y'all with this. Look for this pattern on Nas 100. Five-minute time frame. Oh my God! Look, ugly, but it's there. But oh man, this is perfect. I mean, it's like right here in the perfect. So in between 8:30 and 11, every day. Now it's not gonna happen every single day, but between 8:30 and 11. Oh, wrong one. Every day, 5-minute time frame between 8:30 and 11. Oh yeah, gold is life too. We literally can take this, find it right here, bam, bam, thank you, ma'am. I think that's clear. And then of course we have the one right beside it. To the left, right? Is it? Can y'all see this? Is this clear? Like, if you look for this on a daily basis, do you believe that you will be able to identify it? So remember, we're talking about 3 or more candles in a row, right? So here go 3 more candles in a row. Let's mark the zone. So look, bam, right here. Price pulled down, pulled up like a pamper, came right back to the place it came from. History always repeats itself. Remember the shit I told you about that I had hit when I was driving. I got sideswiped. It was raining hard. Dude sideswiped, or girl, whoever it was, I didn't see him. Car starts spinning, seatbelt on, boom, hit the guardrail, head hit the windshield. Resistance. It resisted me from breaking out of the car. So because it kept me in the car, I was able to sit back down into my seat. Use your real life situations in these charts to make this make sense to you. And look, it's not even 11 yet. So and he's talking about a celery with no ranch. So again, this could be the pattern again. Bam. Pulled up to the 50. If it respects this 50, it's going to peel. Let's go to the daily. Let's just mark this up a little bit. Let me go ahead and get a little fancy. Are you fancy, huh? Are you fancy, huh? So if we already respected this resistance here, this can be a clear indicator. Oh, and it's like, oh my goodness, it's like a reversal pattern. All right, guys. Oh man, Nas 100 to the Badiana. Oh man, this is beautiful. This is the move. This is the daily time frame, so it can take days, potentially weeks, for this to play out. If it respects this line, which I kind of can see it. Oh wait. Oh yeah, look, come on, somebody. And I will sit. Oh yeah, look. I already know the whole way down on this trade. Oh, even better. Uh-oh. Clear communication. Hold on, wait. See, the charts be talking to me, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'll be like, charts are like, huh? I'm like, yo, can you show me something I ain't see? He said, sure. We got a whole little area right here that I like to look at right here. Let me take this TDI out real quick. 3 more candles in a row. Celery with no ranch. Broke just above it a little bit. Potential fake out. Let's look at where we are inside the move. Price is right now inside of a sell zone. That's an advanced trend. I'm not breaking that down right now, but we see we're inside of a sell zone, y'all. A sell zone is telling us to sell. You see, Chris Brown and Drake didn't have no guidance, but we do. I love that line right there. We just crossed the entry line for the downside. Flip! 4-hour power entry right there on the 4. You feel me? So I'm gonna jump to the hour time frame. I gotta get a clearer picture. This is looking nice. Same zone right here. Came up to it, respected it, and rejected it. So it's gonna take time. Remember, this is based off the higher time frame. So just because it's moving up and down, don't mean that it won't be more downward movement or more upward movement inside this whole entire move. It's going to take time. It's going to take time. Think about when you're traveling. You don't just get to your destination immediately unless you're going next door, but it still takes time. It takes steps. A journey to 1,000 miles is one step at a time. And we all on here right now can make excuses or we can make an adjustment. You can make money, you can make excuses, but you can't do both. Somebody on this call today is depending on their future self to appear in their current life right now. Because your present is your gift. The present is a gift that we can use to create a better future. And we use that right now. The life that we want is on the other side of the action that we haven't taken yet. And it's just time for us to take action. And here's the truth. If you take action, you'll bring the cash in. If you take action, you will bring the cash in. Nothing can stop you but you. You know you better than anybody else. You know exactly what it is that you want. The thing is, you just haven't been able to take the action that has been needed to get that life that you want. Because maybe it's been a little cloudy in your mind. You may have been a little confused. Maybe you have been afraid of the success that you really want because you know the type of life that you are not mentally ready yet. So you have to change your mindset first and then act as if you're that millionaire, that 6-figure earner, that 6-figure trader, that person that you design, that you say that you want to be. You have to act as if you're already that person. Do those things that person is already doing so it becomes second nature. Spend time on the charts. Spend time creating that life that you deserve, not the life that you have to because society. Like I was watching TV today and it said something about a recession. It ain't affecting me. And it's my choice to allow it to affect me or not. And guess what? It's your choice too. You have something right here that can pay your bills for the rest of your life. You have a skill that can pay you for the rest of your life. Pay you the way you want to. You can be a walking ATM. I was in a bar the other night. And in the bar, I'm just on my phone trading. Then I withdrew in the bar and got everybody a drink. You can be a walking ATM. Oh, snap. Oh, yeah, that recording is fire, for sure. The TDI, you, like she said, she used it toward basketball. So if I'm ever going to talk to Nookie about the TDI, I can damn near tell you 100% that she'll understand everything I say to her about it because I'm not going to use any technical terminology. I'm going to use basketball terms. I'm like, hey, I'm like, Nookie, look, wait, but before you, I know it looked confusing, it looked like lines and stuff, but let me show you something real quick. Just give me 3 minutes of your time. Can I get 3 minutes? She's like, yeah, cool. I'm like, perfect. So I go look for the perfect spot, y'all. I go to the perfect spot. I look for it outside the top or bottom piece of bread. As a matter of fact, this is cool right here. So I'm like, yo, Nookie, look. Let's say we're playing basketball, right? Now the green line is you, right? What happens when the ball go out of bounds? I gotta take the ball. I gotta bring the ball back in. I gotta pass it in, right? So let's say this is you, and the red line is you entering back into the game. Now we either going down or up, but we're outside. We're out of bounds on the down side of the court. So as soon as we cross this line to the upside, what direction we gotta go to get to our basket? She's going to say up. And I'm like, yo, that's exactly how you trade. It's like, what you mean? Well, when you said buy or said go up, it took time, but the market went up. If you can just wait for that to happen, to every time that you're taking the ball out and you got to pass the ball in, wait till your teammate is right there in front of you. Guess what? The teammate is the red line. Once you pass the red line, that's your entry. So if we pass the ball to the red line, that's our teammate. So we're just putting things into a perspective that makes sense to us so we can make dollars. If you're traveling somewhere, use that story. If you have kids or whatever the case is, use your story in these charts to make it make sense to you. Hey, now you don't even have to look at these as candlesticks. Call them whatever you want to. Whatever in your mind makes sense, do it. Call it whatever you need to. If you gotta call it collect, call it collect. Like whatever it is. Look for those places inside the market to where you see it once a ceiling and then it turns into a floor. So we can see here three candles in a row, like I like. Boom. And then just mark it. Drag it to the side. And notice this was the top, broke above it, and now it became the bottom. So this here, right? Let me take this side just so y'all can see it clear on what I'm pointing at. When I say ceiling turn to floor, floor turn to ceiling, these two spots. It was the flat surface here, and then we broke above it. So let's say we went upstairs. We went upstairs. To grab our laptop. Went back downstairs. Right? We hit this little zone here. If we look straight to the left, this is a place that we bought from before. History always repeats itself, family. Came right back here. Pilt to the top. Maybe we had to go get the charger, but we went up there a little faster than what we, you know what I'm saying? We went a little faster. So we busted through the door to get the charger and came right back to where we got the laptop from and put the work in. Even though this is a 15-minute time frame, even still, that same pattern. This is between 8:30 and 11, that up, down, up. It's 15-minute time frame, but it happens almost every single day between 8:30 and 11. At 11 o'clock is right when the push to the top started. Perfect trade. Take profit, snack. Oh, I had to stretch. Okay, so excuse me. This is why using Manara with knowing how to mark up your chart will make you more powerful. It's because you can see the things that you need to see. And if it aligns up with Manara, it's like a golden nugget. I'm gonna place it in a team chat. If um if if y'all miss it, here, as a matter of fact, just type factory reset secrets. Type that in on YouTube. That's the channel that I'll be putting them on. So I upload them on there. Second, and make sure. Okay, so I think it is all one word. Oh, it's not all one word. So just type in factory reset secrets and it'll pop up. So yeah, I'll be uploading this right after. Anybody? I know I just was going on a tangent for a little minute. I'll be getting excited when I talk about trading. Like trading is life. Cree, Miss Whittle. I'm probably Nick right there, Miss Harvey, Stacy, Christy. See, we got Jazzy in the building, Mick Flip, and Esther. Nookie Nook. We in here, y'all. So I'll drop the recording once it's done, and then we back at it tomorrow. 11 Eastern, 10 Central. Wait, I don't know yet about tomorrow because